Hi guys, it's Aegis here. So today I'm here with another decent deck profile. This time I'll be covering one of the Coral decks, which is the black, but this is not the version with the Coral promos. So it's not the same one, which that one involving a lot of like Wellstra support and the products and stuff. This is not the one. This is just for himself. Um, and this build I will be basically 99% of the cards are what you can find within the set, so which will be easy if one day this set actually get released in English, or if you already playing JP side, then good for you, you can just build it immediately. But I find this deck quite interesting to play, and it actually needs a little bit of practice in order to just get good with it. And I also starting to see this deck like kind of coming up as a choice for people to take it to tournaments and stuff. So I think it's worth to also cover this deck. I will be also doing the other Coral decks. I have done the Dekakun testing. I have also done the Grandpa testing as well, so you will be seeing those decks appearing as a deck profile as well. The other two I'm still trying to like make them and play with them, so maybe they will probably come at a later time where we also have like next set coming out exactly next week. So there's a lot of decks that's coming in. I will see how I put things in and out, and we also have the finals of Hong Kong WGP Deluxe like very soon as well, so there's a lot of things coming up, but I will see how I arrange. But let's get into the deck profile first. For the right line, we are basically using the blacks, and surprisingly this grade 0 is the only copy that I have in my whole case. I don't know why, but it happens, and it just happens to be that. And you do need to use basically this right line for doing a lot of stuff. This one gets you the order card Kamira-chan, which you can simply use it as a booster, as a attacker. Alright, so you do need that because there's a lot of chances that you will actually wipe your own board with your own skill. So it is needed basically. So you can just directly place it from the deck to the order zone, or you can place it from your hand to the order zone because you will be only playing one copy basically. So in case you really just get into your hand, you can still stat it with this skill, and if you set it from hand, you can get to draw a card back so you don't lose a card. And then going to the grade 2, you'll be able to grab yourself a grade 1 Satoshi, which I play 2 of. So this is the card that basically turns your grade 3 into the grade 4. It searches directly from your deck in soul and drop zone. So accept damage and hand basically everywhere. So it's a very important card to play as well. So this searches the Satoshi, and the Satoshi, as long as he's at the center back row Riga circle, and your Vanguard is black, then it will not be retired by card effects, and it turns all your cards with black in their name have a plus 5k shield. Also, of course, effective during your opponent's turn as well. So even these ones, if you somehow get them back to your hand, they are not only 5k shields, they become 10k shields. And even your grade 3s or grade 4s, which this deck does run grade 4s, are also 5k shield, which sometimes we are just lacking that 5k shield because we have so many cards without shield value, and this Satoshi is just helping you to get things better. right? And then also let's talk about the Great Fury, which have a skill which is a contract skill. So once per turn active skill Vanguard Circle, if your Auto Zone or regular circle have counter chant, then you can Soul Blast 1, select up to 3 of your regards and turn them into contract states, and they will get plus 5k. So it's important for you to select the units that you want them to be making contract with your black, because for the second skill, which when this unit attack battle ends, you can counter blast 1 and select one of your contracted regards and stand it. So you can turn it into 4 attacks basically, and in order to use the Satoshi to jump into grade 4, you need your opponents to be grade 3, so you still want to do something while you're on grade 3, and when they go to grade 4 I will talk a little bit more, but so far that I think just keep that understanding where you don't always need to jump into grade 4 immediately sometimes, and like if you are going first, at least the grade 3 black is going to give you the 4th attack so you can still do some stuff. Right, now I'm running only 2 of the grade 4s because you can basically search it, which is quite easy, but I might kind of want a little bit, like 1 more copy maybe. I'm still debating, but I think 2 is working fine for me for now, based on how I like try out the deck. Now he also got a contract skill where the grade 3 one is Soul Blast 1 to pick 3 plus 5 get into the states. For grade 4 is Counter Blast 1 and choose all of your regards and turn them into the contract states. It didn't say exactly choose, it just say all of your regards turn into contract states and plus 5k, so you don't get a choice. Everyone will be contracted with the grade 4 black, and when this unit battle ends, from hand or from soul to put a grade 3 or higher black card. So it could be this black, it could be this black, it could be other black where it's grade 3 or higher. You just put it in the drop zone from hand or from soul. Then you will stand all your contracted regards, and they will further get plus 5k. But at the end of the turn, all the units that you stand with this skill will need to be retired. Now your Satoshi get protection for himself to not being retired, so he will stay and keep being your booster, and you will always get the plus 5 and then plus 5, so you will be hitting 26. But then because your Vanguard will not pre-stand, so even if you stand your Satoshi and get plus 5k, it won't actually benefit your Vanguard anymore. So your attack will always be a 26k because you don't have person ride while you're at grade 4. Yeah, so that's basically it. And because you are forcing yourself to contract with every single regards you have on the board when you apply the skill, so this can just wipe your own board, which sometimes is good if your opponent is like good at wiping your board, so before they do that you wipe your own board first. But there is a weak point with the grade 4, which is you need to counter blast 1 in order to get into the contract states. And sometimes if your opponents are very good at the game, they know what you're playing, they will just not give you the counter blast, and you will just be doing 3 punches normally with triple drive, and hopefully you can win there. I actually did see this kind of situation happening, and if you are not mixing with Brain Gate cards, like using Bubble Mine and such, you might not actually have the counter blast to use, because we only have 5 counter blasts to use normally, and if you don't have any kind of counter charge, if you don't get to heal, that's basically that much. So this is one reason why I say we don't always go into the grade 4, and sometimes we actually keep ourselves into grade 3, because going to the contract stage only requires you to Soul Blast 1, right? And the other thing is you can kind of save yourself in this stage and then do your thing first, get 3 contracted, use the Satoshi, jump into the grade 4, and then use the grade 4 skill to do the restand. Even though you don't get to stand every single one, you get to stand 3. I think that's still good enough, right? And another weak point with the grade 4 black is you need to Soul Blast or discard from hand a grade 3 or higher cards with black in its card name. So if you don't have it, even if you have the counter blast to turn them into contract states, you still can't use the skill to restand everything. So sometimes it's still better to stay at the grade 3 where you can enjoy Prison Ride, you can enjoy a states with contracts without using counter blast, and you still can actually do 4 attacks, so it isn't that bad. And for that reason, I am using 2 more grade 3 blacks for the Prison Ride, just basically for the reasons that I said before. And then we have the JK blacks, which is a very good drawing resources. When she appears to the Regard circle, except during the battle phase, when you have a black or coral Vanguard, you can kind of want to draw one card, and if your Vanguard is a card with black in its card name, you can Soul Blast 1, call one card from your hand, and then draw an extra card. So you can just kind of draw 2 with this, so which is important. And more importantly, she is a card with black in its card name that is grade 3 or higher, so you can use it for your grade 4 skill. And that's why we don't need to like max out these ones, because we have her that we can actually discard, or if we eventually soul charge her, we can still use her as a Soul Blast, right? And she also got another skill when she attacks. If your Vanguard is a Vanguard with black in its card name, for the turn you'll get plus 5k. It's not once per turn, so once you bring her back up and attack against you, get another plus 5k. Right. And next, I'm running 3 of the pandas. Panda got 2 skill. One skill is active from drop. Your Vanguard is Coral, grade 3 or higher, and if you don't have a same name card of the panda on the field, you can energy blast 3, bring this back out, and when this attacks grade 3 or higher, and when your Vanguard is a black card, you will get plus 10k. So panda hits hard. It doesn't care about being retired by the black, because you just need to energy blast 3, which basically what your energy usage except to energy blast 7 to draw a card, so you can just basically bring it out every single turn to be 20k beater. And then because you will plus 5 getting into contract stage, so you will 25, and then we stand again to be 30, which is quite big. And then Akane is when this unit attacks the Vanguard, and when you have a Coral grade 3 or higher Vanguard, you will get plus 5k, so it's a basic 15 base attacking Vanguard. And when you stand this card by the card effects of cards with units with black in its card name, then you can choose for the turn to plus another 5, and if you do, after the turn ends, you retire this unit to draw 1 card. So it's because you will be retiring yourself a lot, so turning this card into a draw isn't bad, and she gets a lot of power, so have you hit harder. And then I have the Moo black, so this is another black card where we'll get plus 5, and if you don't have a same name card on the field, it will also cannot be selected by Cardfight for retiring. And then if you have Vanguard is Coral, it will get boost, so it can be a 15k booster that will not die by card effects, which I think is good enough. But I don't see a reason you need too much of these, because your slots are actually quite fixed. You get 5 slots, which one of them will be the Satoshi, and then just 2 of the back rows that you will be using him, so you don't need too much of it. And then Kebe, so this is a grandpa support card, which of course is a Coral card, so you can use it if you are building a deck that is only using Coral nations or Coral dual nation cards. So you can still use this card in your deck, where you will only use the active skill where you have a Coral Vanguard. You can choose one of your other Vanguard put into the soul, and this card will get the original power of the card that you put into the soul. So for example, if you want to use a grade 4 skill, you have another grade 3 or grade 4 in your hand, you can play those, use your Kebe to just put them into your soul, since you will be, if you're not putting it into the soul, you will be discarding it for the withstanding effects anyway. Then why don't you just put it into the soul, plus 13k for the Kebe to become a 23k, and then get it to contract states to be 28k, which is hidden key numbers that can restand. And then when your grade 4 attacks, you can soul blast the black that you put in. So I think that's just a very good effect to actually have, because you always want some strong beaters, and they will somehow just pop themselves off because of the blacks contracted with the black. So something that hits big is actually important. And because we do actually soul blast quite a lot from turning the camera chain into units, or when you're using the grade 3 skill, so I am using 4 of the Coral, which is for I think it's for Kurolo, the Dark States Coral deck, again because we are building a Coral nation only, so we can use this. And his only uses here is the on play soul charge 1. It's a May, so you don't need to, but because we do use quite a lot of souls, so I'm putting this card in. And then just 4 PGs, if you want to use the disorder, you can. I just keep it within the topic, so I just leave it right there. And then I'm using one of the Forbidol because I'm playing a grade 4 deck, and I can just bring this out to do a lot of things. So I think Forbidol is a better Vegas piece for me to use right here. And then I'm using 3 of the Coral order, which is basically you look at top 5 of your deck, search a Coral to your hand, and shuffle your deck. So because the whole deck is Coral, so you will be able to search whatever you want, except this. This I don't think it has a Coral there, so except that. For triggers, I'm using Dark OT to play a longer game, even though with us going to grade 4, the deck is actually drying up very fast, but I still prefer a way to heal ourselves, so I'm going for Dark OT, because one of the weakness of the deck is if all your counterparts are basically face down, then you will not be able to do a lot of things. So any method that helps you heal, I would say go for it. And then the sewing crit, because we actually do need souls, 3 more crits here. And then because we will withstand a whole board for at least 3 units, then front is still better, so I'm using trying to get front. And then just 4 of the normal heals to keep it into the theme. Just keep it simple. We don't have effect heals for Coral anyway, so if you are going for a Coral build, then that's basically your choices. Yeah, so that's basically the deck, and I think I have explained how different things already work. So the idea is to sometimes go into grade 4 faster if you like already have a lot of blacks appearing in your hand or so. Then you can just go for it. Use the grade 4, draw, like drive check a lot of cards, restand, you do 5 attacks every single turn, and hopefully you can win quick. Or if you need to take a little bit more time, in this build you have the grade 3 blacks that's the same as a Vanguard, so you can just reuse it for personal riding and stock it up so that when you go to the grade 4 you have a few bullets to actually use for your grade 4 skill to restand the whole board, right? If you can do it a few turns, then you should be able to win games, and your Panda will reborn to have you rebuild the board. Satoshi is not dying, the Moo Black is not dying, and every turn you probably just need to play a unit or two. And if you have Orbital, problem solved, right? Even if you Soul Blast to grade 4 and have a grade 3 in your drop zone where you don't have anything in your deck anymore, if Orbital can still bring you 2 of the cards back out. So what you need to do next is probably just call a Kebe to put that grade 3 into the soul, and then stock the grade 4 for the next turn. Then you have bullets for 2 turns. Yeah, so this deck is actually kind of fun if you have the resources, and it can get boring if you don't have the resources. So resource management is very important. Yeah, so I think that's all I need to say about this deck. If you have any questions that you want to ask, feel free to ask in the comments down below. Of course, subscribe for more different deck profiles, unboxings, and deck fight videos. Yeah, I think that's it for me today. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you guys in the next video. Signing off.